Greetings, Special Centurions, and welcome, fellow YouTubers, back to our second season of Call of Cthulhu. Tonight we are continuing with the scenario And Some Fell on Stony Ground, currently available on Roll20. I do apologise for our lapse in streaming over the last month or so, but what with sickness and holidays getting in the way, we were unfortunately unable to keep up with the regular scheduling of sessions. And so, since it has been a little while since we started this scenario or even played last, I'm going to hand the reins over to each of our players in turn so that they can all introduce themselves and their characters. Unfortunately, this evening we are one player short as Elena is unable to join for the session, but we still have 3 other intrepid and enthusiastic investigators ready to go. So, starting out in order of the avatars in the bottom left, we have Duane.
Hi, I'm Duane. I'm playing Wesley Frost. He's a 27-year-old bank clerk, and he believes that our future lies in the stars, and that soon man will make new homes out there.
Perfect, thank you very much. And Paul.
Hi, I'm playing Bert Lowry. He's a car salesman, and he's hoping to join the local Freemasons. And he has a crush on Annabelle.
Yeah.
And that's about it for now.
Okay, thank you, Paul. And Kevin.
Hi, I'm playing Fred, and he's a barber who, until the bank foreclosed on him not very long ago, had his own barber shop, his own little house, and was planning to expand to make himself a barbershop empire. Now he's in disarray and quite upset.
Brilliant, thank you very much, guys. So I have absolutely no announcements to make this evening. I therefore suggest we immediately all take a deep, calming breath and commence with the Call of Cthulhu. At the end of our last episode, the investigator team visited the home of Glenda Ferguson, who is Wesley Frost's sister, and discovered that her twin daughters had developed a penchant for anatomy, namely human anatomy, and had been experimenting on their father in the basement. Annabelle Hearn boldly put the unfortunate man out of his misery, just in time for the 2 girls to arrive on the scene and attempt to subdue the team of investigators with the hopes of securing them as new test subjects. After a nasty scuffle in which the investigators were successfully able to incapacitate the twins, they all decided to take the 2 girls, called Shirley and Maxine, to hospital, where we will now commence play in the parking lot. I'm going to say, looking suddenly drained and pale, Annabelle collapses where she stands. Or she's like passed out in the back seat of your car. She's fainted. As Eleanor is not here. So, what would you all like to do?
Bert, you take care of Annabelle there. I've got to take my naughty nieces into the emergency room here and have them cared for. Maybe we can get their head straight again.
Chop the damn heads off as far as I'm concerned. I need to go and get some medical attention.
So I think the hospital is 19, isn't it, on the map? Yeah, Stowell Hospital, so they're just over here at the moment. Okay.
All right. Yeah, so if Bell, I guess Wesley, I'm sorry, Fred and I will bring my sister and my 2 nieces into the emergency room for some care.
Mm-hmm.
And give them a very detailed warning about what these little girls are capable of.
Yeah.
That
okay. Yeah.
I just want the hospital staff to know that they could be dangerous once they become conscious again. That they have severe psychological issues and they like to hurt people.
Okay, probably going to need a roll here of some kind to convince the nurse behind the reception desk that what you're telling is the truth, and well, not the truth, but that you haven't, because you bring in like 2 unconscious, messed up girls now, and you brought in someone else before. Who was it? It was Bert Lowry, his father, wasn't it? So this
Yes.
is like the third time she's seen you. So
He wasn't injured though, really.
he wasn't, no, but she just want. I just want to. So she might be suspect that you've done something to these girls. That you seem to be the what's the word, contributing factor to all of these people coming in. So I'm gonna need a charm roll from you just so to see if how she reacts to you bringing in these two girls.
Okay. Oof.
Fred, you get a bonus die because you charmed her earlier, didn't you? You're going on a date with her.
Oh.
So that's a 22. Very nice. So she looks, Wesley, she narrows her eyes at you, but then she sees Fred behind. She goes, "Oh, Fred, how are you doing? Hi, good to see you."
I'm really shook up. These two little girls. Oh, God. I wouldn't have believed that a child could do the things that they've done. It's too horrific. They cut their own father to pieces.
What, Fred?
And attack me with shares and things. And they're just insane.
Oh no, you poor thing. I'll call a nurse for you.
Thanks. I need to sit down and get my wounds treated again.
Of course, I'll get. Well, it looks like you need a doctor's attention for that. Yeah, that's terrible. I'll get someone to come and attend you for that. Yeah, of course.
Thanks so much.
So yeah, you're gonna have to roll. I think we said under a 75 for hospital for medicine. So roll a D100 to see how well the hospital does treating your wound. Yeah, nice. So you get a D3 back for medicine. Roll a D3 as well.
That's / or base D3.
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, unfortunately you only get 1 hit point back. That's still better than nothing. And so she says, "So these girls are dangerous, are they? We should probably have them kept. Someone to keep an eye on them. We'll get security to."
They need straight jackets and putting in a padded room. Make sure they've got nothing sharp.
Well, I mean, yeah, we'll have to do a psychiatric assessment on them. I can't. It's up to the doctor to deter that, but we can definitely have security have them restrained in the beds for the meantime.
Yeah, you might want to get the police to go to their house and maybe the morgue wagon or something, because
there's a body there. You said they were doing what? Dissecting their father. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right, nurse. I'll vouch for everything that Fred here is telling you, and I hate to admit to it because these are my very own blood, flesh and blood, my own nieces. But everything he's telling you is true.
I see. Okay. Well, I'll have a mortician go around for. Oh, must be. Are you? Who are you? Sorry. She looks to the woman, your sister.
Oh yes. This is my sister Glenda, and she's just kind of a bit out of sorts. She doesn't really understand what's happening here. She's not dangerous though, as far as we know.
Oh, I see. Okay. And Glenda just sort of looks vaguely and smiles at the nurse, not really knowing where she is or what's going on. She says, "We'll have someone take care of her as well then. She doesn't look like she needs medical attention, but maybe a cup of tea and somewhere quiet."
Yes, I mean, her husband has just been dissected to death in the basement, so
does she know?
She might need a little more than tea, but no, we didn't tell her. We didn't tell her the full story, but she might just be wondering where he is. His name was Donald.
Donald. Okay, I see. All right. Well, I'll have a mortician go around. I'll have to inform the police of all of this as well. I'm sure they'll want to interview at some point.
Of course. We're happy to answer any questions.
Okay, thank you. May I take please fill out these forms. I need your addresses and your information so that we can contact you.
Oh, for heaven's sake. Okay. We're in a bit of a hurry, but yes. I'll scribble out all the information really fast.
Okay. No worries. She says, "Oh, so you're not staying again? You're off. You're just okay. Just leave him behind, like Bert's father, I guess.
Well, there are many other things to attend to here. I mean, it's a very, very chaotic day, as I'm sure you can understand.
Yes, I'm sure. Family are disposable after all, I'm sure. And she gives you like a snippy stare or snippy comment.
Look, nurse, I'm doing the best I can here, okay? Let's cut me a little slack.
Okay, I'm not one to judge. I just thought, yeah, well, whatever. Okay. She starts filing the paperwork, and yeah, a nurse comes and takes Glenda, and then security arrive with a doctor, and they take the two girls and they presumably take them up to a ward, or they might need surgery if you've inflicted, because you knocked one of them out, didn't you? One of them was rendered unconscious while she still had hit points, and the other one was taken completely down to 0 hit points. So you've probably done quite a bit of damage to her. So they're going to need medical attention before, psychiatric analysis or whatever.
And if you find that a frontal lobotomy may be necessary, you have my consent.
On children, you okay? You're not a doctor, are you?
I'm just giving you my consent. That's all I can tell you.
Okay. Consent for anything we want. Got it. Okay, brilliant. He just writes it down on the form.
All right, boys. Okay, so we go back to the car and meet up again with Bert and the unconscious Annabelle.
Mm-hmm.
And since Annabelle's unconscious, I can say, all right, boys. So let's review what we need to do here, boys.
Bert
Yep.
is saying that I've tried everything to bring her conscious, and she won't wake up. I've tried everything, so I'm just going to leave her here.
I can tell by the way that you've loosened all her clothes.
No, I would never take advantage of a lady like that. I'm just trying to get her to breathe and to come back to us. Well, she won't. She won't wake up.
Looks like she's going to be out for quite a while here. Even though I'm no doctor, as has already been pointed out to me.
Maybe we should take her here into the emergency room too. They'd love that.
No, I think she can just ride around with us. She's she's no trouble. She's just lying there peacefully. She can come with wherever we go.
Yeah, but look at that jewel that's coming out of the corner of her mouth.
What?
She's like drooling.
Oh, I thought you said jewel, not drool.
She's drooling.
I would have been more interested in the jewels.
Okay.
But no, don't just use your handkerchief, Bert. Wipe up the drool. It's no big deal. Let's go on. Now, where are we going next?
I'm gonna go home.
Well, we've got to figure out what's going on here in this town. This is not good. Do you think? I don't know. I mean, that mass that's going to happen, or ceremony, is not going to happen till late at night. But I'm wondering if also before then, we saw a body at that pig farm, right? I wonder if we sneak up there at night and check it out, whether we might be able to discover more about what was going on there.
Yeah, we could do that, but they seem to have fairly alert guards there.
Yeah, well, that's why we have to be sneaky.
And it's going to be quite a while before it gets.
Oh, did Paul cut out there for anyone else?
Yeah.
Yeah, Paul, we didn't catch the end of that. Sorry, mate. It's going to be.
I was saying it's going to be quite a while before it gets dark.
Oh. It's about 7 o'clock in the evening, so probably in the next hour or so it'll start.
Yes. Oh. Okay.
You arrived at Glenda's house for just before dinner around 5:36ish. So by now, after the fight and then the drive to the hospital, the paperwork at the hospital, been about an hour,
And-
so probably around 7.
The sun's going down. Let the fun begin in this crazy town.
So what do we know about this pig farm? It's the Freddie Jensen's pig farm, right? And a guy named Roddy Matthews works there too. And who else did we see? Did we see Stanley McGarvey there? The friend of Roddy Matthews' father? I don't
Yeah,
know.
there's a couple of people there, but I can't remember who it was.
Yeah.
So I've lost the track of that.
And somebody there was a body wrapped in a sheet, right?
Yeah, and didn't you think you saw like more bodies in the back of the truck as well?
Right. I don't know. I think we can't get the police to investigate it. We're going to have to investigate it ourselves.
I think if we're going to get the police, we probably need to get the police from a different town because, like, that deputy just shot that guy dead in our house and didn't think anything of it, and got pig farmers to take it away.
Well, they're going to say they don't have jurisdiction here, and so they're going to refuse. So we'll have to make citizens arrests.
Well, what about calling the FBI?
Oh, they're not going to bother with a small town like Stowell.
The National Guard. Come on, there must be somebody who's responsible.
No, we've got to cowboy up here, boys. It's our duty, it's our responsibility to save our own town. So let's make a plan to sneak up on that pig farm and find out what's going on there. Maybe we can put an end to it.
Fine with me.
Okay.
Let's see, the pig farm. The pig farm isn't on the map, is it?
No, it's not actually labelled anywhere on the map. I thought it was. It might have been the... I might have a GM version of the map. Let me have a look here quickly.
We drove down to the south, I think, to get there.
Map. Stole Keeper's map. I don't know why they're labelled differently. Oh yeah, here you go. Jensen Farm is 26. Oh, it's the one just above Bakersville. So actually you're on the right side of town for it. So it's just this one just here. You can see me pinging.
Oh. Yep.
Yeah, so
Okay.
I don't know why that's not labelled on this one. There's no, no like secret information that doesn't.
Yeah. Ours ends at 22.
Yeah, it's weird. There's like 4 or 5 things that are missing, which are all not like secret. You'd know where they are if you lived in the town. So yeah, very strange. Anyway, yeah. So.
All right. So do we know the roads around here well enough to like circle around from a place approaching the pig farm where we would be a lot less likely to be noticed because maybe some blocking terrain, trees, or an embankment or something that we could sneak up on it?
I don't know if, well, potentially you're welcome to make a, let's just have a look at what you guys have again. That's, intelligence rolls to see if you're smart enough to observe the terrain as you approach the area and come up with a direction that you can approach the farm from. Yeah, Kev has with a regular success. So yeah, Fred suggests a route that will... Oh, and Wesley as well. You do as well. You agree with him suggesting a route that will take you to near the pig house, but not approaching it from an obvious direction. But they would still be approachable on foot if you park the car somewhere. You could approach on foot and try and get a sneaky entrance on the pig farm rather than just going up the main winding pathway that leads to the front of the estate.
Okay, and so yeah, let's do that once we have cover of darkness.
Brilliant. Okay, so if you're sneaking up on the farm, I'm going to need stealth rolls from everyone as well, just to see how well you can sneak.
But would this preferred approach that we staked out, would that give us bonus die?
Absolutely, especially because it is dark, like you said as well. Everyone will get a bonus die on it.
And also because our stealth really sucks.
Does it
we
really?
need all the dice we can get. Yes.
I'll give you 2 bonus die then, because it's dark as well. You got to roll close at least, though, guys. Oh, there you go. 20 out of 22 for Wesley. So you could spend 2 points of luck on that if you want. Bert, you've got another bonus die. Fred, you get 25 out of 50, so you succeed. Well done. And Bert, you've got one more.
Well, you get 2 bonus dice?
Yeah, I'm giving you 2. One for the approach that you've mentioned, and one for the darkness. Okay. But it's a group roll, so I just need the majority of you to succeed. So basically, Wesley, you just need to spend those 2 points of luck.
But I think I made it with the 20 out of 22.
Oh, yeah, 20 out of 22. I was reading it the other way around. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, sorry. So, yeah, Wesley, with your 20, you succeed. Fred, you succeed with 25, which is a hard success. And those more than compensate for Bert, who's a bit clumsy and a bit louder. So, yeah, you're able to get up to the pig farm without, as far as you're aware, anyone telling that you're approaching.
So who's driving my car now? I'll toss him the keys because I'm staying in the back here with Annabelle.
Oh, okay. I thought you'd left the car and you were all sneaking up to the pig farm, leaving the car behind. That was the impression I had.
You need to come with us, Bert. We need 3 of us at least. You can't just.
I'm coming. I gotta make her comfortable.
You can't put this on Fred and me.
I'm gonna make her comfortable. I'm coming. I'm coming.
Carry on in out the boot again.
You got the tire iron. Okay, no worries. Yes, and so I guess the reason why Bert you failed on your stealth was because you were a bit not preoccupied is the wrong word, a bit distracted with Annabelle's well-being. You're concerned for her, and so you're not quite as focused on the objective as the other 2 are. But they're able to shush you down and quieten you down a bit and show you like how to approach and stay in the shadow and stuff like that. So yeah, you will make it to the pig farm without being noticed or spotted or alerting anyone.
Okay, maybe we should just take some time to observe from a safe distance, comings and goings, and whether we hear anything unusual going on, that sort of thing.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Please make listen rolls. I can't see your character sheets for some reason. It's weird. It's not any. When I press plus on the players, it doesn't show any of your character sheets to me.
Really?
So I can't actually look at any of the stats or anything on you guys. Yeah.
Try a browser reload.
Yeah.
I don't know. It
might just be Roll20 playing silly buggers like you said.
Because I see the full list under pre-generated investigators. Right.
Let's see. Pre-gen. Oh yeah, there we go. It's loading now. Okay, brilliant. Yeah, thank you very much. So yeah, listen rolls. Wesley and Fred, you don't hear anything, but Bert, you don't hear anything untoward at all. It just sounds like a pig farm. Everything seems quiet and calm, and that you can hear the noise of the pigs in the shed slightly behind the house, further away. Just general sounds of pigs living in together.
Okay.
It all seems quiet.
I'll tell the others this all quiet.
Okay, it seems like we have a chance to sneak in there and get a closer look.
Yeah.
Is there any lighting evident from inside
Yeah, a couple of the rooms seem illuminated, light shining out from the windows. It seems like the window to the left of the front door of the house seems to be illuminated the most, and there's a shadow moving around inside, like a shape moving around inside that you can see, but that's about it from where you are.
Let's sneak up really slowly and carefully, even if we have to crawl up toward the windows and get a little peek inside.
I think we should look into the pig barn first, because if they're dumping the bodies in there, then the pigs might still be eating them.
Okay. It's and probably less likely of anybody being inside there. Yeah, let's go to the pig barn.
Okay, so I'll let you carry over your sneak rolls from before, and you successfully enter the pig barn. Immediately, the smell overwhelms you. The most pertinent thing is just how strong the smell is of just manure and like animal sweat and musk and odor. Yeah, and you do notice, looking around through the different not cages, they wouldn't be kept in cages, but pens. Looking through the different pens, there are various limbs and cuts of what seem to be humanoid remnants on the ground, and that have been chewed on by pigs.
Are there any rakes or anything like that?
Any
Or
what?
forks?
Rakes?
Yeah. But they might shovels and whatever they might use for cleaning out the pens.
Probably, yeah. I should imagine there would be some lying around, yeah.
So I want to grab one of those and try to fish out a leg or an arm or something.
Yeah. Well, I'm going to need sanity rolls from everyone first, as you realise that the pigs have been eating human bodies.
We've been eating human bodies when we went to the parlour, so come on.
You don't know that for definite. You've just assumed that and run with it.
Oh dear. My sanity going slightly downhill with this.
Oh, you both passed it. You're fine. So you both lose 1 point of sanity, apart from Wesley, who loses a D3.
Okay.
Max that one out. Very nice. So yeah, the horror of this grotesque sight, pigs gnawing on human bones and fingers and hands, and like an eye socket stares up at you from like half a face, makes you go like reel back in shock.
Do I get an involuntary reaction?
Oh yes, of course. Thank you. So I think it's 12 involuntary actions I have. Let me just go to them and find out.
Who was talking about cowboy out?
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14.
Come on, Wesley.
Please roll a d14.
3.
3. You make an involuntary movement, such as swerving a car or throwing your hands up in dismay. So, I just say you start throwing up if that works. Like you vomit a bit, because you vomited earlier, didn't you? You're just prone to vomiting. I guess that's a different one.
Okay. There's probably not much left in my digestive tract, but whatever is there. Well, yep.
Cowboy up.
I'll cowboy up as soon as I'm done puking. Okay. So I'm done.
Yeah. Brilliant. And Fred, you're able to collect a shovel and like fish out a hand from amongst the debris.
So I want to get a sack or something and put that in there, so evidence that the pigs are dispose of people.
Mm-hmm. There'll probably be a burlesque sack or something lying around somewhere in there. Yeah.
Yeah.
No problem. So you now got a random hand in a sack and not a pile, but a handful of meat in your pockets.
Didn't we go to the hospital for getting checked over?
I think you gave half of it and kept the other half or something.
Oh, right. Oh, yeah, just nothing like
They decided it was dog meat in the end, didn't they? Yeah.
Could we try to spot like forms of a personal identification that might be lying around? Business cards, wallets, purses, anything like that.
Yeah.
You're welcome to make spot hiddens, and to
Were
see
the
if they
bodies
have.
closed, by the way? Had they stripped the bodies before they threw them in there, or?
No, well, the body. Actually, that's a good point. They probably would have stripped the bodies. Yeah.
But they might have been sloppy if they were in a hurry at some point.
Quite possible. With a hard success and a regular success. I'm going to say you see items of clothing, but there are no forms of ID amongst them. It looks like they've taken the wallets or taken their personal belongings and then just slung the bodies carelessly into the pens after chopping them up.
Can we make out how many individual sets of clothing there are?
Judging from the amount of limbs, bones, what's the word?
I'm
thinking of the word organ, but it's not the right word. But like, what's limbs? I don't know. Yeah, judging from that, there are probably 2 or 3 people, at least, have been fed to the pigs.
Well, let's check the pockets of these items of clothing, if there are any pockets, to see if there are any business cards or scraps of paper, anything that might identify them.
Yeah.
What about laundry tabs, names inside the shirts, that kind of thing?
It's pretty much just a mess of rags and like bloody stumps, and everything's been chewed on and covered in mud and torn to pieces. There's nothing really too much to go on.
Well, boys, nothing much we can do here. Too late to save these poor folks. Looks like we're going to have to go to the farmhouse and find out what's going on there.
Okay. Well, obviously, these people are involved in at least the illegal disposal of bodies and feeding them to pigs. So they're probably not going to be too nice. So are we ready for a fight if that's what's going to happen?
Maybe if we can isolate them, like 1 or 2 at a time, then that way we'll outnumber them.
That sounds like a good idea.
Okay.
But we have to try to keep them as silent as quickly as we can. Don't let them scream. Don't let them call for help. Maybe one of us should be responsible for covering their mouths or putting a gag over their face. I'll volunteer for that. If the 2 of you big guys will knock them out or kill them or whatever you need to do. They don't deserve to live, do they? After what they've done here.
No.
Well, they might have gone a bit mad, like your nieces and webs. So, they might not be under control of themselves.
Well, as I recall, Fred, you didn't think my nieces deserved to live, did you?
Well, damn right, they were trying to kill me. And did you see what they did?
I know, Fred, but they're little girls. This is different. These are probably grown adults who are doing horrific acts, heinous acts, and they need to be put down right now. So, let's go. Let's approach the farmhouse.
Especially since the police are not doing anything. They're in on it. Yes. Approach the house.
So let's sneak up from the least observable angle, some corner or someplace where their windows would not have a line of sight out to us. And then slowly crawl around the edge of the house to one of the nearest windows and stealthily peek in.
Sure. No problem.
Where we might get a view into the immediate room, or maybe into from one room through a doorway into another room where we might be able to see something.
Yeah, no problem at all. So you look in through where the light is shining out, and you see what seems to be the kitchen of the building. There's a fireplace with a stove on it, or a stove fireplace that's illuminated at the moment, giving off flames, giving out light from the flames. And it looks like a pretty much normal kitchen. You wouldn't nothing too untoward inside. There's a woman inside, however, who, from what you actually make spot hiddens. You spot a woman immediately, who seems to be busying herself about the kitchen, just doing various tasks, chopping things, washing. And yeah, very good. With your spot hiddens, you notice that she seems to be chained to the stove, or there's a chain around her ankle, and it winds its way up behind the stove. Seems to be attached behind the stove, and she looks dishevelled. She's wearing a dirty smock/dress with an apron with stains all over it. She seems to have been beaten. She has bruising on her body. She looks completely unkempt, quite skinny, as though malnourished, and looks utterly miserable. And she hasn't noticed you. She's just occupied with some menial task within the kitchen.
Do we recognize her from a citizen of the town?
Yeah, give me a sec. I just want to find there we go. Art for her is.
How
You
old
would
is
do,
she?
yes. Yeah, I believe you would, because the town's fairly small, isn't it? So
Mhm.
you recognise her to be Gladys McDermott, who is the wife of Arnold McDermott. Is that popped up for everyone? I didn't do it
Yes.
for me, I guess, because I'm the keeper. Yeah, she's the wife of Arnold McDermott, who was the chap you bumped into at Elmer's Diner, who was a waiter there. He looked like he was cutting beans. And he was the one who came out from the diner and spoke to you outside when you were interacting with the protesters. And then you asked him to join you, and he got scared and ran back inside the house. Anyway, this is his wife.
Guys, maybe she can give us some vital information here. That'll help us.
I think you're right, Wesley. We don't take prisoners. With my odd success, did I see anything apart from her in the house?
No, everything else seems quiet. Everything else looks empty. Most of the lights are off, apart from the one or two that were on. Like I said, the one coming from the kitchen and the stove, where she is, and then maybe another one in the back of the house.
Okay.
You notice there are a bunch of cars parked outside the front of the farmyard. All of them are just empty, just undisturbed, lights off.
So there could be a lot of people there.
Make a education's roll. Make another intelligence roll for me.
Yep.
Okay, so Wesley and Bert, you're too busy looking in on Gladys and wondering what she's doing there. But Fred, you're eyeing up the cars around, and you can somehow you're able to tell that they haven't been disturbed in a while. Perhaps there's leaves on them which just have set in, or there's no tracks leading up to where they were parked or anything like that anymore. But you can tell that they just haven't been used in a couple of weeks at least. They've just been put there and then left.
As this is a small town, and there's probably not that much car ownership. Do I recognise them as people's cars from the town?
Probably, yeah. One or two, yeah. When I say lots of cars, I mean there's lots of cars for 1920, so maybe 4 or 5 at most,
Right.
plus the truck. So yeah, and you recognise a couple of them to be some of the people from around town.
I'm going to
Yeah.
whisper to the others and say, have we seen people, or have we noticed that people have gone missing in the last few days? Because that's like whoever's car. And he doesn't seem to have been moved. So I'm throwing that as a discussion topic to see if we've noticed anything and odd in the town, like people not turning up and not arriving anywhere. So as a group, we have seen it. I don't know what kind of role we might get to find out if these people have gone missing or not.
I'd say make a no roll, which is an education roll, just to see if your characters can remember it. But I mean, I'll give you bonus die on this because it's been like months for us, but it's only been a couple of days, not even a day for those guys, you guys. So yeah, you get an extreme success. So yeah, Wesley, all of you remember, no problem. There was, I can't remember who it was, but someone talks about the neighbor who had gone missing. The neighbor's son had gone missing or something.
Oh yeah.
The 10-year-old boy. So this was Raymond Lowry. And next door child is missing. 10-year-old boy, Leonard, been missing for 3 days.
Well, we found Raymond, that's my God, and we took him to the hospital.
The boy won't have been driving the car, but okay, so we have got people missing, and maybe they've already gone to the pigs. Right, so are we going to open up, try to keep her quiet and find out how many people are in the building, or do you want to try to sneak around the building and see if we can see other people?
Let's sneak around a little more, see what other scenes we can view in here. It may be too much for us, and we may have to back away. But yeah, let's go on to the next window and keep on going until we spot something interesting.
We've tried some of the darkened windows just to see if they're like. Is this a bungalow type building or is it multi-story?
Yeah, it's just a small farm bungalow. Like it's not particularly big, maybe 4 rooms at most.
Do we see if there's any like sleeping in any of the rooms or anything like that?
Yeah,
Maybe
I'm gonna probably have to say another stealth roll at this point since it's been a while since you did the first one, and that was just to sneak up to the farm. Now you're on the farm, and it'll give you another bonus die because it's night, like I said, like it's dark. Oh, is the bonus dice not working suddenly?
Oh, maybe I just clicked the wrong place. Let me see.
Yeah, you get that when you click on somebody else's by mistake.
Yeah.
Oh.
Where's mine? Yeah.
Ooh, great, you get a 0, so it gives you a 0-1. You get a critical success.
Yeah, only if I'd have got. I wish I'd have got that. So I could actually tick off some of these scores.
Hopefully he helped resolve some of our failures with his critical success.
Oh, Fred's disappeared like Batman. You can't locate him at all. But as Wesley and Bert, you're moving away from the window, Gladys notices the shape of your, or like the silhouette, and she looks up suddenly and notices you out the window. And her eyes go wide.
We'll put like a finger shushing her to her finger to our lips to shush her.
And she waves at you to come into the house. She just like waves, come in.
We're going to shake our head.
No. She just said they're gone.
They're gone. There's no one here.
Gone. Okay, it's like are we supposed to come in through a window, or is there a doorway we can enter through?
I can't open the front door. Can you get the front door open? They've probably locked it. There might be a window at the back.
We'll check to see if any of the windows slide up.
Yeah, I'll still be stealthy and try and look at one of these other lighted rooms as well, like we're going to do before. Just because you said to come in, I won't assume that.
Yeah, no problem. So yeah, anyone looking for like an open window, make a luck roll to see if the window has been left ajar or unlocked that you can open. Fred, make a spot hidden. Okay, so yes, Bert, Fred, you're both able to find. Well, it depends. Is anyone trying the front door, or have you all gone around the side and tried windows and things?
Well, I'll work one more way around, I guess. So you did say to go to the front door, so I'll try it.
Okay, so I'll say with your luck roll, you're able to find the key underneath the mat.
Yeah. tried the door.
Yeah. So with your luck roll, the door is locked, but you check the mat, and lo and behold, underneath it there is a key. With a spot hidden, you don't notice anything, but again, everything seems silent.
It was quietly unlocked the door.
Okay, it creaks open. There's an empty hallway, a dark hallway, with light streaming in from the kitchen.
Let's go to the kitchen. We have to try to unchain her and rescue her.
Yeah, we just, I'll shush him and just sort of like, about the other doors. She might be all gone, but there could be somebody here still.
All right, you two check the other doors, and I'll work on freeing Gladys from her chains.
Okay.
Does it look like I'm going to need some kind of key to unchain her, or is it just...
as you enter, she says, "Oh, thank God you're here. Thank God you've got to help me. I've been here for days, a week, I think, almost 2 weeks. They've gone. They've all gone out. Some kind of service
Gladys.
at the church."
Gladys, that's terrible. We're going to try to help you, but I don't know if I'm not going to be able to do much without having the key to unchain you here. Can you just stay calm and be quiet and tell us everything you can tell us that might help us?
Yeah. Why? It's been here for a couple of weeks. They use me like a slave. They do what they want to me, and I think he has the key. Jensen. He keeps the key on him. You must have a way to get me free. Is there no? She starts crying.
Where are they right now?
They said something about a service at the church with Father Fitzgerald, Reverend Fitzgerald. They had to prepare something.
Is there anything here in the house that we can use to have they left any weapons behind or anything?
I don't know. All I know is this stupid room. They don't let me go anywhere. I just stay chained up in here until they need something from me.
So Bert's going to come into the kitchen room with his 4-pound wood axe and say, "Pull that chain taut, and I'll smash it with this wood axe."
Hang on, low to noise, because we're out in the checking the corridor, aren't we? First of all, did we find anything while that's going on?
Yeah. If you want to search, you're welcome to look around the rest of the bungalow. The rest of the bungalow, and it is clear. There doesn't seem to be anyone around. There's just 4 rooms, a bedroom, a master bedroom, and a study-esque room, an office type room, and then the kitchen, and then a sort of lounge area. And all of them are empty.
Okay. Do we need this? Is there anything? Should I do a spot hidden, or is another one to search, or is it just spot hidden?
What are you searching for?
Anything that gives me a clue to what the heck's going on.
You have to be more specific than that. I'm afraid that's a bit vague.
Raised writings by lunatics, cultists.
Oh, I see. You mean like looking for a journal or something like that, or anything?
Yeah.
Yeah, it'll make a spot hidden, I guess, or an investigation. Extreme success. You extremely succeed. There's nothing here of interest. Nothing out of the ordinary. Sorry.
How is Bert doing with smashing the chain?
I was going to say, I'm not sure how well that would work, but you're welcome to make a... Sorry, careful.
Let me just see if I can pick the lock. No, I can't.
Do you want to push the roll?
Yeah, do you want to push the lock-picking roll or spend luck? That's an attack, but I was going to say you're welcome to make a strength check. You rolled an attack to see if you hit the chain, and you missed.
Did not find a spare key with that extreme success.
All right, I'll say you did. Why not? You managed to come across some kind of hidden compartment in a music box, and it has a key in it. Sure.
Okay, I'll do the key. I'll do a lock then.
Does Gladys look like she needs some kind of Water, food, anything to go on?
no, I could do with a decent meal, to be honest, but no, I just want to get out of here and find my husband. They promised they'd kill him if I tried to escape, or if I did anything. I don't even know where he is. I haven't seen him in 2 weeks, ever since that stupid telescope.
We saw him at the diner, but what's this about telescope?
They have this telescope at Dr. Hartnett's, Professor Hartnett's. They're taking people to look through it, and it changes people. It does things to them, makes them go crazy. But some of them it hyper focuses, and they become extremely potent at whatever it is they harbor a desire to do. I don't know. It's strange.
Professor who? We haven't heard this name before. Professor who?
Professor Hartnett. He's a friend of Reverend Fitzgerald's. Professor
How do you spell this?
Melvin. Sorry, not Hartnett. Melvin Hart.
Hart.
Hart. I'll put it in the chat.
Okay.
So it sounds like we need to destroy this telescope.
Yeah. Now, where's this telescope?
It's at his house. His house is down near. Again, this is another one that should be on. Just checking. It should be on the map, but it isn't. It's down. It's one of these in this area here. I can't remember which one. I'll have to look on the map in a second, but it's down there. So it's down by the rail tracks en route to Buttonwood. He's built some kind of observatory off of his lounge. And a few weeks ago, he said he created this telescope or something that could see beyond what was there in the stars. Ever since, people have been going after mass to look, and it just changes them. It does something to their brain.
So you're saying they attend this mass with Reverend Fitzgerald?
Yes.
And then they go to Professor Hart's house and through the telescope after the mass?
Yeah, that's right, yeah. Always after midnight mass.
Do you think we should burn this place down? This place, the farmhouse?
The farm? Preferably with not me in it.
You're coming with...
That would just warn them. I don't think that will do anything. You need to put an end to the cause of it.
I think we need to get to the professor's house before the midnight mass. Get in there, smash up the telescope.
Yeah, that sounds like a brilliant idea. What time is it now? It must be getting towards that time.
I think we still have time if we hurry. Yes, let's come with us, Gladys. We're going to...
Oh, no, I have to find my husband. I just want to get out of here.
The diner. We saw him today.
Okay, I need to go to the diner then. He won't be there now, will he? It's late, so maybe he would have gone home. I can go find him there.
Wouldn't be surprised to find him still there.
What, at the diner?
Yeah.
All right, thank you.
It's a long walk into town. It's a long walk into town, Gladys. You really should come with us.
Yeah, we'll drop you off on the way.
Oh, will you please? That would be so good. Thank you, yes.
Gentlemen.
Now, you're going to have to squeeze in near Annabelle, because...
You've got an unconscious woman in the back of your car. What's going on here?
Long story, Gladys. No, Gladys. Long story. No, we're here to help you. If we wanted to harm you, Gladys, we had you chained up. Do you think we would have let you free if we wanted to harm you?
Just utterly terrified at this point. Like you're making it worse, basically.
I'm sorry, Gladys, but I don't like being accused when it's so obvious that we've only helped you so far.
Gladys, this poor woman saw something that's truly upsetting. You've seen the sort of thing that's happened to you. Do you know that they've been feeding bodies to the pigs?
Yes, they told me about it. They said that's what would happen to me and my husband if I did anything.
Right, well, she's seen something even worse than that, and that the poor woman's gone into shock. We're just keeping her safe for now.
I see, okay. Well, thank you so much for freeing me. It means so much. I just looked it up as well, and it's this house here, this Professor Hart's.
Okay, let's make haste and drive there and maybe like park in an inconspicuous place, a little bit away from the house, in a dark place where our car would not be noticed.
Sure, I'm sure there'll be plenty of nooks and crannies or alternative off-roads or...
Yeah, maybe along the side of the railroad track somewhere.
Yeah, somewhere near the tracks or down by the river.
Which one is it we're going to?
This one.
Oh, okay. Quick scan around. Is there any decent sort of weapons in the room? And I've got a tire iron, but is there like a wood axe or anything like that I can pick up?
Oh, what, in the farmer's house?
Yeah.
Make a luck roll. You are welcome to do this as well, if you're looking around to equip yourselves.
Looky. That's pretty consistent. Okay, I'll stick with my trusty tire iron.
But are you looking for a weapon at all? Or are you keeping your wood axe? With a success. I'll say there's a pretty hefty cleaver in the kitchen. If anyone wants to grab that.
What?
A cleaver.
Oh, right.
I already have a carving knife. Is it any better than a carving knife?
Probably not. Let me just look up in the compendium.
I'll stick with my wood axe.
Yeah, it doesn't.
Is it better than a tire iron?
No, it's pretty much the same as most of those. You're going to be doing about a d6 of damage plus damage bonus, that kind of thing.
Okay, well, I'll stick with what I've got then.
Okay, no worries. So yeah, you drive to in the direction of Hart's house, dropping off Gladys. She thanks you and disappears off towards the steakhouse to try and find her husband. And then you find somewhere inconspicuous to park the car before heading towards Professor Hart's.
Okay. Let's we know the drills. Sneak up from the least observable angle of all the windows and such, and sneak around the edge of the house, peer through some windows, determine whether it's occupied or not.
Mm-hmm. So as you approach, you see a wonderful looking old house, a couple of stories high, with what looks to be several extensions protruding from both sides of the ground floor. There's a porch out the front which is brightly illuminated onto a nice ornate door, and a couple of lights are on inside the house. Apart from that, everything seems quiet.
All right, well, we want to avoid the front porch for now. We don't want to be illuminated.
Yeah, I'm going to need stealth rolls as well as you sneak up to the building.
Okay.
Please. And again, bonus die because it's dark. And again, I'll give you another bonus die because, as you say, your stealth rolls are terrible and Duane took the effort to explain that you were doing things cautiously.
Ooh.
Oh, there you go.
Can't do any better than that.
No, and you get to tick it off as well.
All right. Oh, I need that.
Yeah, it could be handy for next session. Oh, Fred gets a 12. Very nice. So, Bert, you get one more bonus die as well.
Okay.
No, your lowest was 51, so unless you want to spend 31 points of luck, but you won't need to because Fred succeeded with a 12, which is a hard success at least, maybe an extreme.
His lowest was 31. Right?
Oh, yeah, 31, sorry. Yeah,
Right.
so 11. But yeah, you don't need to worry because both Wesley and Fred got hard successes and it's a group check, so they're able to cover for you and again show you how to stick to the shadows and avoid stepping on twigs or anything that would cause any particularly loud noises. Make sure you step around that rake lying on the floor so it doesn't hit you in the face. That kind of thing.
So are we observing anything through windows?
Yeah, so as you look through each of the windows, everything seems quiet. You just see a man... Where's the description? You see a gentleman dressed in a dated tweed suit that looks to be thinning at the elbow, sitting in an armchair reading. His thinning hair is neat and gelled, and he squints through spectacles at the book in front of him. He hasn't noticed your presence. You assume this to be Dr. or Professor Hart, even. And again, I'll get some artwork for you. Just a picture, a portrait of him, but yeah. So yeah, you see Professor Hart sitting in an armchair reading.
Does the house have like an attic or a little tower or anything like that might be like an observatory where the telescope might be cooked?
No, although, like I said, there's a couple of extensions that have been built onto the ground floor of the house. So it's a couple of stories high, quite a nice old house, but there doesn't seem to be any particular thing on the top or anything like that would be an obvious observatory. But it looks like extensions have been recently built around the ground floor.
Do any extensions like might have a glass ceiling or a skylight or something like that? Something that might open up so they can look through the telescope.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I'm just thinking how you would notice that from the ground, not being inside the room. Like if there was a sky ceiling, how would you see that?
Well, if they've got like a raised portion or something like that to it, like, but you may not have. But
well, I mean, you're able to look through the window. You're looking through if you're around the back as well, and you said you're spreading out and looking through all the windows. I guess if you look through the window, you'd be able to look up at the roof of the room in the window and see that there is and you can see the telescope as well.
Well, that would give it away. It wouldn't need a window.
Yeah, well, exactly. But yeah, you're able to peer through, and there's a kind of study, various shelves and books and tables with writings all over them, star charts, those what are they called? Compasses, but they're used for astronomy. I can't remember what they're called. But they measure distance.
Astro something?
Yeah, I can't remember what they're called, but ship pilots, ship captains use them, or navigators use them for charts and things like that, for measuring distances. I can't remember what they're called, but you see a few of those lying around on the table, and then in the center of the room is a magnificent golden telescope pointing up at the skylight.
Hey, are the others near me?
What? Yeah. What if I create a distraction by knocking on the front door and talking to the professor while the two of you sneak in through the window and get the telescope?
Okay, what are you going to talk to him about?
Oh, I'll make up some story about how I was sent by the Reverend to. I'm the caterer, and it's going to be a catered party tonight, and I want to just look over the premises to figure out what their kitchen facilities are like and such, and what we'll need to bring in for equipment.
Okay. All right. Why does that then? I'll try and the windows. Has it got? Take it. The window's not open.
No, the windows actually have gratings across them, or like a mesh that would stop like mosquitoes and flies coming through them.
Well, certainly, you guys can get through the screens, the window screens. That shouldn't be a problem.
Yeah.
Well, I've got a knife, so I can use that to cut it.
All right, I'm going to go to the front, and I will come around to the front porch.
Mm-hmm.
I'll start cutting on the as it goes around. I'll start cutting onto the mesh.
Give a nice friendly knock on the front door, not an aggressive one, but a friendly one.
Okay. So there's a moment of silence, and then the door opens, and Professor Hart looks out at you.
Oh, good evening, Professor. Professor.
Good evening. Can I help you, young man?
Oh, you certainly may. I'm Mr. Frost. I'm working with the local diner, Mother Baker's Diner. And it turns out that I don't know if the Reverend had a chance to tell you that this evening's festivities are going to be catered by Mother Baker's Diner, and so I'm the sort of a scout. I would like to come in and just take a look around and find out what your kitchen facilities are and whether we'll need some additional equipment. We're going to be serving a fairly sizable crowd tonight, as you know.
Yes,
And
yes. You don't have long though. I mean, I'm expecting them within the next couple of hours.
we have just enough time, right, to get it all set up. Yes.
Okay.
The food is basically all prepared in advance, and we just need to keep it warm. And could you show me around? Do we have some tables we could use, or like buffet tables? And I'll just go on and on with this discussion about all these.
Yeah, brilliant. Love it. Okay. He's very welcome. He's like, of course, yeah. Do come in. Please wipe your feet as you enter. I don't want any.
Oh, of course,
coming
Professor. I am a professional, Professor.
Yeah.
I've catered many homes before.
Brilliant.
Yes.
Thank you very much. Yes.
We will leave nothing behind except the smells of freshly prepared food that everyone's going to enjoy.
I look forward to it. I didn't realize that they had intended to do catering this evening as well. Normally we just proceed with the ceremony and then carry on.
I understand that there have been some complaints that so late at night people do, get the munchies, and so to make your ceremony as comfortable as possible for everyone and make it as festive as possible, it is now going to be catered.
Oh, I see. Okay. Well, that's a brilliant idea by Reverend Fitzgerald. That man doesn't miss a trick, does he? Well, yes. Come in. I don't suppose you're interested in astronomy at all, are you?
I'm more into gastronomy instead of astronomy.
Astronomy. When was the last time you gazed at the stars, though, young man? Sometimes they do gaze back.
Oh, well, I'm sure that after everyone else has had a chance, I would love to have a look through I've heard so many stories about your telescope, Professor. I'm really looking forward to having a chance, but I have to stick to the duties at hand, which is food preparation.
Splendid, I see. Okay, well, there's always time. There's no rush at all. No rush. Okay. Thank you. And so, Kev, at the moment, you're burrowing into the back with Bert. Is that right?
Yep.
Yes, we are proceeding to enter.
Yeah.
And I'll make sure that my scouting avoids the part of the building that they're coming. Yeah, avoids the part that they're climbing in through.
Okay, no worries. Yeah. So, I'm tempted to make you guys make a luck roll to see if any of the windows were left open, or if you have to break and enter and then get through the mesh. I'll say no. One of the windows. Well, okay, there you go. Fair enough. I was going to say no, but yeah, you nailed it. Well done. So yeah, one of the windows has been left ajar or left unlocked. Unlocked, so you can slide. It slides open, and you're able to cut your way through the mosquito mesh or whatever it's called. The
Screen.
Mosquito screen. Thank you. And gain access to the observatory. Now, I am going to need stealth rolls from you again to see how quietly you're able to climb in through the window.
I haven't looked yet, but I'm guessing that laugh wasn't good.
Oh,
yay! We're consistent.
So, as you climb through, perhaps your foot swipes and knocks something off a table, or just bumps something and something falls over and there's a loud crash. And the professor looks up and says, "What was that? Now, did you hear that?"
Oh yes. We're just unloading some things in the rear area, Professor. Just as some extra supplies that we think we may or may not need. So we're just going to keep them out of the way. No, it's of no concern.
Okay, I'm going to need a fast talk from you, please, Duane. Wesley.
Oh boy, I have 5% in fast talk.
Oh, do you? Oh dear. That's a fail, unfortunately. Would you like to spend 41 points of luck?
No.
Oh,
But,
yeah.
So he says, "What are you talking about? You didn't mention anyone else, and there's only one entrance here. What's going on?" And he starts walking towards the.
okay, I'm gonna clobber him from behind.
Okay, nasty.
Pull out my medium knife and.
Yeah. So he doesn't expect it at all. So it is a surprise attack, which means he succeeds immediately. And you just clout him, and he goes down. He just collapses to the floor. No problem.
Oh, I don't have to roll.
No, because it was a surprise.
Okay.
So it's an automatic success. Like he wouldn't have, and he's just an elderly man. He's
I
not
think
gonna
I
have
think
much
I would
influence.
I would do it with the blunt end.
Oh, I should hope so.
Try to
I assumed
knock him
that.
Yeah.
I didn't think you were like knifing him, shanking him from behind, and just like going to town on him.
Well, if that's what it takes. But no, if I can knock him out with the blunt end of the carving knife, I'll do that.
Yeah, no problem. So you thump him on the back of the head, pistol whip style, and he goes down and just hits the floor.
Okay, I'm going to use whatever might be around, shred the tablecloth or whatever to bind and gag him.
Okay, no problem. So yeah, you're able to find cord or use the cut off the curtain string, let's say, from one of the windows, and use that to tie up his feet, tie up his hands, and then gag him.
Mm-hmm.
No problem. Yeah.
And I'll drag him into, I don't know, a closet or something, just to keep him out of the way.
Okay. No worries. I'm sure there'll be a walk-in closet somewhere near the door, near the front entrance, where they got coats and things and a boot rack. So yeah.
Yeah, it's a good place for the professor, in the coat closet.
Store him in the closet, no problem. Okay.
All right, and I'll meet up with Bert and Fred.
So you meet up with an arguing Bert and Fred who are bickering over who knocked over the statue in the observatory.
Well, it was a close one, guys. I had to cover for you, and my cover story didn't work, so I had to knock out the professor and bind and gag him and put him in the coat closet. He'll live, though.
Interrogate him if we're quick.
Boy, I am tempted to take a look through that telescope.
No, don't.
I'll try and smash the lens with my end of my knife.
No, oh no, this could be a valuable academic resource.
Smash, smash, smash.
Which one is it, boys?
Looking outside the telescope as I flew into it.
Okay. So you're prying out the lens with with your knife. Is that what you said?
No, I'm going to shatter it with the blunt end of the knife. I'm smashing on it.
Let me just have a look here.
Oh, you couldn't have let me just have one peek, Fred. One peek.
You're mad enough. You don't need to get madder. Aliens living in the stars.
Do I need a sanity check for seeing the telescope smashed?
Well, I'm just seeing if you're actually able to smash it with just the blunt end of the knife. I'll say you are, sure. Yeah, that's fine. I'm just thinking if you need a roll or anything like that for it.
Is there any midnight trains or late night freight trains or anything like that come through?
Fred has a large club. Fred's gonna smash it with his club.
Yeah, I think together you're able to just bash up the telescope pretty happily, no problem.
Oh, what a shame. What a crying shame. Our future is in the stars, boys. You just destroyed our future.
Yeah. Just tell that to your nieces.
Okay, brilliant. So you have smashed up the telescope.
Do you want to do a quick search of the place to see if we can find anything that might tell us what these loonies are up to?
Yeah, make investigation or spot hidden.
Dum, 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 dum.
There's no investigation.
I think we're playing the wrong one.
Oh, okay, so spot hidden, isn't it?
Yay, look at that. Wesley's come through.
Very good. So, whilst Fred and Bert are smashing up the telescope, you look away and discuss Wesley and try looking through the notes of the professor to see if there's anything of interest that you might be able to ascertain. And you come across a hastily scrawled journal of some kind, which describes how a few weeks ago the professor was able to develop a new type of crystal telescope lens that manifests light in a manner previously unbeknownst to mankind. Focusing the lens on an area of night sky closest to the Pleiades is what first led the professor to consciousness with the great mind, and he's been labouring to introduce as many individuals to it as possible over the course of the last few weeks. Those people... let me find the rest of the... okay. The people who looked through the telescope either became what was known as blessed or broken. Those that were blessed felt an overwhelming sense of peace and oneness with a force greater than themselves, the Great Mind, and from henceforth recognized other blessed people on sight, the Great Mind bringing out a different aspect in each person. The person's highest skill or keenest interest became their specialist subject for research and development. And the blessed therefore explored that subject in every way possible, perhaps making new inventions or discoveries that in other circumstances could be of benefit to humanity. However, those who were broken only felt fear or anger when exposed to the Great Mind, and they failed to make a connection with it in the same way that the blessed do. Many of the broken became mindless and unquestioning, and were therefore decided they should be used as slaves, capable only of performing the most menial of tasks. As they seemed utterly depressed and hopeless, they simply resigned themselves to this service and got on with the task laid before them. Others became dangerous, devious, or maniacal, and unfit for use as slaves or to continue living in this society. They were bound, imprisoned, or killed, and used as experimental subjects or sacrifices to the Great Mind to be fed to pigs at Jensen's farm. And there's a final note scrawled in the journal which says, "Woe unto what would happen should the connection to the Great Mind ever be severed." Is the final ominous note.
Oh,
I guess the professor's been severed from the Great Mind now.
well, hopefully there might be something else we have to do.
Well, do you think he should live? He obviously knew all of this was happening in our town of Stowell.
Yeah, but he was under the influence of this Great Mind.
Is there any list of people that have been enlightened or anything like
that? Potentially, yes. I'm just thinking, it doesn't say that there was, but I mean, there could have been. I'm just thinking if it would cause any particular issue if I was to give you that list. Let me have a look at it quickly. Hang on.
I should look in. I'll say to Wesley, have a look in his diary, see if he said anything about what the Reverend's involvement is and why they're doing these midnight masses and stuff like that.
Okay, yep.
Perhaps we should get out of there while we're discussing it.
Is our keeper still with us?
Yeah, I'm still with you. Sorry, I was just reading through this note. Yeah, I think I can show you the timeline. So you, again, because you got an extreme success, I'm just thinking you should get something other than just the journal. I can show this timeline to you. There are links in it that I can click on that'll take me to other things. I don't think they'll work for you guys because they're not in your journals, but I ask just in case. Please don't click on any of the links because that might reveal more information to you than just the timeline. But yeah, can everyone see that?
Yes.
Yeah.
So that you find this on the in the diary of the professor on each of the days. You can see who is written as looking through the telescope and their result, whether they were blessed or broken.
Mm.
Oh my goodness. Glenda, Donald, Shirley Maxine, all this happened on Sunday. Just 2 days ago.
Poor father.
Are we able to, as Fred suggested, figure out any connection to Reverend Fitzgerald and his midnight masses? Oh, right there on Thursday, Reverend Fitzgerald is blessed, calls on his friend Professor Hart, and looks through the telescope.
So yeah, you deduce from that he was only on the second day, up to like basically 12 days ago. The Reverend Fitzgerald became blessed and knew about what was going on, able to recognize other blessed people immediately. And then it was through his doing that presumably policeman Deputy Chief Stanley Alexander became blessed and became part of their coup, you could call it, or whatever, to start having people come and look through the telescope. And I can share some more art with you that I couldn't share before, or that would be appropriate to share now.
So if that deputy is the only police person, could we get the police, like the chief or the sheriff or whoever?
You asking me or your teammates?
I'm asking you.
I believe it says there as well on the list that someone else. Yeah, Martin Covenant is the police chief. He's broken. Yeah. So it's the other person. So on day 3, Martin Covenant, I can't pronounce the name. It says broken. So he's looked through the telescope and he's broken. So he's basically like Gladys. Not Gladys, sorry, Glenda, where he doesn't really know what's going on anymore, and he's, well, from what you can guess from this is he's not very good at his job anymore.
Right.
He's not really the chief so much as Stanley Alexander would be.
I love that umbrella rack, by the way. That's very unique, to say the least.
Oh, well, the skeleton, yeah. Yeah, that's cool with the hat and the... I don't know why a skeleton's got an eye, but... yeah, very cool.
Well, boys, I think we have solved the problem of any further people in town being under the influence of this telescope or the stars that they look at in the Pleiades, the Seven Sisters. But what about the people who have already been affected by it? What do we do about them?
You said in that note something bad will happen to them if their connection is broken. Do you think the telescope breaks their connection?
Hard to say. They've already seen what they've seen. They probably don't need to look through the telescope again.
Do we need to get over to the midnight mass? Who's conducting the mass, by the way?
The Reverend.
Reverend Fitzgerald.
Yeah, we need to go over and see what the hell he's doing.
Okay.
I just noticed it's past. Did you guys want to take a break quickly while you reflect and think about what you want to do next?
Okay. Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we're going to take a quick 5-minute break, guys. We'll be back at 20 to 9. Hopefully see you all there for that. Catch you in a minute, guys. welcome back to Call of Cthulhu, everyone. We are carrying on with our And Some Fell on Stony Ground scenario. In the first half, the investigators snuck onto Freddie Jensen's pig farm, where they discovered Gladys McDermott, Gladys McDermott, being who had been chained and tortured in the kitchen of Freddie Jensen. She was able to give them some information about a telescope that was being used to control, to transform people into essentially mindless slaves and masters at Professor Hart's house, which is down by the rail tracks. The investigators were able to sneak in to Professor's house, knock the professor unconscious, and have broken the telescope, and now discuss what to do next with the rest of the night.
I think the first thing to do is to get out of here before we're seen.
Good idea, Fred. Let's go.
I'm taking the
Yeah, let's put all the broken pieces in a bag or a sack of some kind that we can find and haul it out.
Sure. No problemo.
And back to our car.
Yeah, you're able to get back to the car undeterred.
Whereabouts is the house to start? Was it this one?
No, it's this one.
Oh, that one. Okay.
I'm tempted to leave the professor lying out on the train tracks.
That's your call.
I mean, he did it once. He could do it to people again. He could do it in some other town.
That's a good point. Which
Maybe.
one was he again?
Yeah, that one. Yeah. Maybe it's time to take a trip back to Freddie Jensen's pig farm.
That's poetic justice.
I don't
We
know.
throw him in the boot and take him with us? Because like you say, he could recreate it.
But we don't want to get arrested either if we get caught with him.
Well, the police are all under control anyway, aren't they? So they're not going to be friendly with us in any case. I think we should take him.
All right, let's take him.
Stick him in the boot.
So we pull him out of the coat closet.
Yeah, so as you open the coat closet, he is conscious again now at this point. You notice immediately that he is struggling and straining wildly against his bonds, almost not supernaturally, but very agitatedly, almost panically, almost manically. His eyes are bulging wide, and he's glaring manically at you, and just wriggling and thrashing and trying to
Smack him on the head if I can knock him out again.
Okay, absolutely fine. He's tied up, so it's an automatic success. So yeah, you managed to knock him out, no problem. He goes limp.
He's going to have one hell of an headache when he wakes up.
This man is going to be an ongoing threat. I don't know if we should let him live. You saw what he looked like. He was like demon possessed.
Yes, that's a good way of putting it.
Well, we could drive down to here. Are you looking at the map?
Mm-hmm.
That's a big river, isn't it?
Yep.
Or we could do like you say and go out to the farm.
Dump them in with the cleans.
I'd prefer not to go back to that farm. I'm still shaken by what I saw there.
Well, he could get out here, couldn't he? In the river.
We could. There must be a train trestle going across the river with the railroad track. So a railroad trestle. Let's walk out to the trestle and dump them off the side into the river.
Okay. I'm trying to decide whether you need sanity rolls for committing murder. Uh,
We've seen enough.
but yeah, it wouldn't be a sanity thing. It'd be more like a morality thing, a morality crisis. Yeah, no problem. So you dump him over into the river. He's unconscious. You can't do anything to stop it. You said you tied him to a trestle. Is that right?
No, we walked out onto the trestle.
Oh, I see. The wood just here where the bridge is.
That crosses the river. Yeah.
Gotcha.
So it would have been a railroad trestle, right?
Yeah, gotcha. Yeah, next to the bridge.
And
gotcha.
then dump him off the side.
Yeah, no problem. Are you tying him down, weighing him down, anything, or just dumping him tied up?
Good question. Yeah, well, let's load up his clothes with some heavy rocks that we find beside the trestle. There's usually rocks all over the sides of the trestle tracks.
Yeah.
The railroad tracks.
Yeah, they would be.
Fine, to his telescope.
I think we need to hang on to that telescope.
No, we don't need to. I knew you were going to go going down the path of evil.
There could be some valuable scientific research that could be done with that telescope, even if it's never fully reassembled.
Yeah, but you know somebody will. You know what people are like. Time to the telescope, throw it in.
Okay, I'm hanging on to the diary, though.
Yeah, you keep the diary.
Make a no roll, everyone, while you're having this discussion. An education. Because you all read the diary, right? You all took part in reading it.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, it applies to everyone.
Yeah, I'm not that knowledgeable.
Bert, you need an education roll. There you go.
Ooh. That is not quite a fumble, isn't it? No, it is. 99 to 100 is fumble, even if it's over 50. Is that right?
I think they give you the 50 for the upper half, even though it's
they?
technical. I think they do.
Okay. I mean, yeah.
If you're 50 or higher, then only 100 is a fumble, I believe.
Okay, cool. I wasn't sure 50 was the liar, out to lie or whatever. It doesn't matter too much because it's just an education on whether you realise something at this moment. So I don't know how you'd fumble it other than just maybe your brain exploding or something. But yeah, Wesley, you know, and maybe you already knew this as a player, but you remember from the diary that it was in fact the lens that he'd crafted. The crystal lens that he'd crafted a couple of weeks ago, which is what allowed him to connect with the great mind rather than the telescope itself.
So how badly did they smash the lens itself?
That's not at all because it's crystal. That's what I was trying to work out back in the house. So you're able to smash up the telescope, the lens just popped off.
I want to make a sleight of hand to retrieve the lens part of it and deftly hide it away on my person.
Sure.
Oh, that's going to be so bad. Don't do that.
Yeah, no problem. Make a...
Oh, please. Oh, man.
So as you're busy, putting the telescope into his pockets and filling them with rocks as well, the professor's pockets with rocks, you notice the lens winking at you in the moonlight, and you slide it into your pocket without anyone noticing.
Hang on, we get a chance to spot him, don't we?
I'm not sure you do with a hard success on a sleight of hand. Spot hidden,
They would probably need an extreme success.
Yeah, spot hidden, but you need an extreme success.
Because I've not trusted him near that telescope from the second.
Yeah, there's no passive perceptions. Oh,
oh!
Wesley, you naughty man!
Wesley, what are you doing?
How did you see that? How did you see that? Do you have X-ray vision?
It's the moonlight.
Yeah, glinted in the moonlight. Give it here, you.
All right, caught red-handed.
Lay it down on the ground and smash it with my big club.
What if I promise that I will never do anything evil with this lens? It's only for scientific research.
Yes, I'm sure. There's never anybody done anything for scientific research that didn't turn out bad. Right, let's put this on the rail and smash it up with your club.
Okay, make a strength check.
I'm going to sort of jam it into the side of the rail and hand over to Bert because he wants to smash it up.
Yeah.
Yes. Smash it with my club.
Yeah, make a strength check with a bonus die since it's wedged in between the trellises. Because, I mean, you're trying to smash crystal at the end of the day, and it's compacted crystal, so...
No, wait. This lens could help us go where no man has gone before.
Yeah, just go to the hospital. You'll find a lot of people that's already gone there.
It'll help us explore strange new worlds, seek out new life, new civilizations.
And they ain't coming back either.
Are you trying to hit it, Paul? Have you done it? Oh, you've done it. No, that's spot hidden,
No, it's
isn't
a
it?
spot hidden, yeah. But, Paul, can you do a strength check with a bonus die?
Oh, strength.
That was just, yeah, strength, yeah. And the bonus. 48 is a hard success. So, just hard success, I think? No. 45 is
success.
AC, so just a regular success, yeah. Okay. Still, success means you managed to smash it, and it explodes with a strange... A little puff of cloud and a strange whisper seems to dissonate from it as it crumbles to dust around your club.
Oh, there it goes.
See, that was the evil spirit leaving it.
No, that was its special powers. That
was an evil spirit.
You've just set us back a whole century in scientific discovery.
Good. I pick those up. I'm a Luddite. Pick those up and I throw them into the river as well.
Yeah, no problem.
You, young man, will get everybody into trouble. One day you're going to be playing around with some science thing and boom, you're going to blow up the world.
Well, not this day, apparently.
You need to stick to banking.
Banking is boring. I want to go to the stars, and you've just cut off my only chance.
Like that H.G. Wells guy, get yourself a big rocket or a big gun and shoot yourself up there.
Maybe someday. But now what do we do? We've destroyed the lens. We've taken care of the professor. Do we go up to the mass, the ceremony?
Yeah.
Maybe we could pretend like we're new enrollees and we're new.
Well, we don't need to
patrons.
He said we could go there, didn't he? He said to come at midnight.
We're newly blessed.
That's right. Yes, we've been invited. Well, maybe we should just scout it out first and find out what's happening up there.
Yeah. If that lens has done it, then maybe they've gone all mad anyway and killed each other.
It's funny you should say that, Fred, Kevin. I'm actually going to call the session there because I want Elena to be present for the next part of the session before we get into it.
We've started the zombie apocalypse.
And yes, you have guessed right. It doesn't have to be a surprise too much for you guys now. It's obviously going to be a bit of a surprise for your characters. But in breaking the telescope, you've severed the connection to the great mind. And all of the blessed now go ballistic, as you saw Professor Hart doing in the wardrobe, which means when you get to the church, there is a horrible scene awaiting you. But I'd like Elena to be there for it so she can take part in everything that's about to go down.
Insanity.
Yeah. If we just do if everyone's happy to do the investigator development phase now, we'll call things a bit early tonight. And then get into the final part of this scenario in the next session. We'll start with Duane, if you want to go ahead and start rolling your improvements.
All right, I have 3. First is the sleight of hand, which ultimately was spotted, but I did succeed in it.
Mm-hmm.
And yes, that does improve.
Nice.
And the D10 by 3. A spot hidden, I need to beat a 61, and yay, it does. And I gained 6 in that. And stealth. Did I make one? A legitimate one. I have it checked. I think I did make
you got a hard success at some point, I think, and covered for the others.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And so that's going to go up as well by only 1.
Oh, dear.
That's it for me.
Okay, thank you very much. And Paul?
Yep. Listen. All right. And it's always the D10?
Always a D10, mate, yeah. So next session's on the 10th.
Whoa.
Oh, good.
So 26 and 8 is 34.
Mm-hmm.
And let's see, spot hidden. Nope. And that's it. Just those two.
Yeah? Okay, thank you. And then finally, Fred, Cav.
The only one I've got is spot hidden loads of times.
Lots of spot hiddens. Which of course
I failed on that. Brilliant.
Yeah. Oh, sorry, guys. Oh, sorry, Kev, specifically. All right, that's it for tonight then, guys. We're going to call it there. We're going to be back on September the 10th, Tuesday, September the 10th, with our next session of Call of Cthulhu. Join us there for that, for the exciting conclusion of And Some Fell on Stony Ground scenario. Thank you all so much for hanging out tonight. We greatly appreciate it. We hope you've all enjoyed it as much as we've enjoyed playing. I'm going to be back tomorrow with another live stream of a video game of some kind, probably Skyrim, maybe Gods and Gobs. I'll see how I'm feeling in the morning, but hopefully I'll see you there for that, guys. If not, I'll try and catch you in some other content I produce. I try and make content every single day now, so I'll wait till next time. Say goodnight, everyone.
Bye.
Good night.
Good night,